The latest updates out of Eagles training camp caught everyone off guard, and not in a good way. Two players who had been gaining attention during practices had a day no one expected. And to top it off, even big names like A.J. Brown and Devonta Smith showed up on the latest report. The mood in Philly suddenly feels tense, and fans are starting to wonder, what's really going on? The next few weeks will be critical. If you're a true Eagles fan, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss any updates. Let's get into it. The injury bug bit the Eagles hard on Tuesday during training camp, and it wasn't subtle about it. First up, rookie safety Andrew Mukuba, who's been trying to carve out a role in this defense, pulled up grabbing his left hamstring. According to NBC Sports' Dave Zangaro, the kid tried to tough it out and even went back for another rep during a tackling drill, but that leg just wasn't having it. After hobbling through the drill, Mukuba headed straight to the locker room. Never a good sign when the trainers are involved and a player tries to power through but just can't. And as if that wasn't enough, wide-out Johnny Wilson, in just his second year, went down too. ESPN's Tim McManus reported that Wilson came up limping on his left leg after a run by Saquon Barkley. Trainers rushed over, and next thing you know, Wilson was carted off the field. Again, left leg, same day, same bad vibes. We're still waiting on full diagnoses for both guys, and with how hush-hush teams can be during camp, don't be shocked if we have to wait until Wednesday or even later to get the real scoop. Hopefully it's nothing long-term because both Mukuba and Wilson are still fighting to make a real impression before camp wraps up. The Eagles are set to close out their preseason slate Friday night against the Jets, and now we'll be watching the injury report just as closely as the game itself. And if that first story raised eyebrows, the latest news about A.J. Brown just turned up the heat even more. While the Eagles might still be making moves behind the scenes, it sounds like fans can breathe a little easier when it comes to A.J. Brown's hamstring situation. It's not setting off any major alarms just yet. Dave Zangaro posted that Brown was out there getting some pre-practice work in, stretching those legs and testing things out. So, yeah, he's not fully back in the mix, but that's a solid sign. Still, when the official injury report dropped, Brown was listed among the players who didn't practice, along with a growing list of teammates. Castro Fields, Seen, Dickerson, Brandon Johnson, Mailata, McKee, and Devonta Smith all sat out too. Dallas Goedert was at least limited with his groin issue, but the injury list right now is looking like a small army. As for Brown, the Eagles are clearly playing the long game. NFL Network's Mike Garafolo made it pretty clear, they're not rushing this. The last thing Philly wants is a setback that turns a minor tweak into a multi-week problem. Garafolo even noted that Brown looked engaged on the sideline during practice and seemed to be moving around all right. So the vibe is that he's close, but they're not pushing it until he's 100%. Head coach Nick Sirianni didn't give a straight-up answer when asked if Brown will be ready for Week 1 against the Cowboys. Classic Sirianni, keeping things close to the vest. He just said the team's goal is to have everyone firing on all cylinders by the time the season kicks off, and that Brown's working through some things. Martin Frank added another little nugget that lines up with the cautious approach. Eagles pass game coordinator Kevin Patullo said Brown will be cut loose once the training staff gives the green light, and that could come as early as next week. So bottom line, no panic button here. Brown's not on the field just yet, but everything points to a deliberate plan to have him ready for the real action. The warning signs are there. This team needs to act fast before the season kicks off. There's still time to fix things, but fans have every reason to stay alert. Subscribe to stay on top of everything.